Hey guys, Eric Hyde coming at you again here from the wine cellar. Thought I'd put together a video on one of my first lessons learned in going through this. So know your values. That's lesson number one, right? Very, very, very important to know the value of your asset as best you can before making a bid, okay? So I'm gonna walk you through an actual scenario that happened to me this last week. So I had a home in Pennsylvania. This is actually a contract for deed. 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,500 square foot home. The unpaid balance was $39,000. After doing my initial due diligence, I see there's some taxes owed of $3,100, some back taxes. So I put an offer out there at 38% of the unpaid balance, right? $15,000 plus the $3,000 owed in taxes. It puts me at 18.2, and I'm okay with the numbers. Would work, right? Prior to making this offer, I looked up values, right? Again, knowing your value is very important. Zillow's telling me 40,000, Realtor.com telling me 53,000, seller value on the tape was saying 40,000, Remax saying 60,000. So kind of all over the place. But I went ahead and made my offer nonetheless at the $15,075. Well, that same day, my offer was accepted. As you can see in my photo here, I was pretty jazzed. I was pretty pumped, right? So right off the bat, my offer was accepted. So when our offer is accepted, now we do our secondary due diligence where we dive even deeper. We're starting to spend a little bit of money, right? So we order a title report, right? This came back, and I wouldn't have known this otherwise. Title report tells me there's an additional $3,000 owed in liens, okay? So this would put me at $21,000 out of pocket so far for this investment that might be worth $40,000. But now obviously we have to order BPO, or what I did is I reached out to a realtor in the state that this asset was in Pennsylvania. And right off the bat, first phone call, the realtor said, you know what? I grew up on the street that you're talking about. I know the area well. I can get out there. I'll take some pictures for you. I'll give you, my professional opinion based on recent solds, comps, and then knowing the area. So she gets back to me pretty quick, same day, and I found out quite a few things about the house. One, it was vacant. Not the end of the world, but we like houses where they're still occupied, so we can reach out to the borrower. House is vacant. Next door house was vacant. The neighborhood was kind of in shambles. There was one nice house on the street, but the house in question was in horrible shape, falling apart, and this was just on the exterior. And she valued this home at $15,000. Now keep in mind, I have an offer out there at $15,000. That does not include the taxes, the liens, things like that. So I have a value of $15,000. So basically, I was not going to fund this deal, okay? I'm going to tell you a little bit more about this scenario that made it unique. My offer was accepted on a Tuesday from the seller. They wanted to fund it on a Friday, okay? So that only gave me 3 days to do my due diligence. So why only 3 days, right? I didn't pick up on it right away, right? What was happening on Friday? Why the urgency, okay? And it hit me probably 2 days in that this is end of the month, and not only that, end of the quarter, right? So they had some deadlines that they wanted to meet, which was maybe why they gave me it at 38% of unpaid balance, right? Willing to give me a deal if I can fund it by Friday, okay? And like I said, I did not fund this deal, which doesn't bode well with these hedge fund managers or brokers or banks or whoever you're dealing with. But the lesson here is to know your value as best you can before you make the bid. And if you make a bid and you do your secondary due diligence, if they're putting pressure on you to fund this in a time that you are not comfortable with, you need a counter, right? So know when you're submitting your offers. I didn't realize, it didn't hit me that I was submitting this offer on September 7th. Right? It didn't hit me at the end of the month. Maybe I should have waited till early October. I try to get my bids in as quick as possible. So needless to say, for me, when I'm putting my bids in is important, and doing everything I can to get the value of the home before making an offer are the big lessons here for me. So As always, guys, if you like this, you want to see more, subscribe to my YouTube page. I would appreciate it. Any questions, email me at eric@awnotes. And I appreciate you guys coming out and listening today. Thanks, guys.